Welcome to our series entitled Fusion Fundamentals. Today we will be talking about things in IIoT, data acquisition, and operational analysis. My name is Suchi Badrinarayanan, and I'm a business consultant at Uptake. So we're going to focus mainly on this side, and we'll go from the bottom to the top. What we really wanted to talk about is where this data comes from, how it gets acquired, and then what kind of analysis you'll do. And then any sort of business value that you get from all of this information that you now have access to. So where does this data get created in the first place? So this data gets created with the things at the bottom. So these can be any assets that you have. For example, if you have pumps or conveyors or compressors or boilers, these all generate data. So that can be temperature readings or pressure readings or vibration readings. Any kind of information that these assets generate is then usually stored in some place. But first they have to be generated by a process, and then it's communicated through multiple different ways to all of these data acquisition systems. So typical ones are historians and operations management, but there's also PLCs or SCADA controllers, or even the new ones like IoT devices. So all of those things are producing data that gets acquired by all of these different systems. And then companies are trying to figure out a way to join all of this different data from all of these different sources to do analytics on them. And so that data can be real-time streaming data, it can be batch data. Typically you want it to have pretty low latency, so if you wanted to do any near to real-time a kind of optimization, you could do. And then also you want it to be able to acquire data from any sort of historian, any sort of PLC, any sort of SCADA system, because most companies have a variety of all of these systems. And are all collecting these systems on all collecting this data from these systems in a regular fashion. So it's typically not just a one and done. Typically you want to collect all of this data for prolonged periods of time. So all of the analysis that you're doing is always up to date. This data is not only just the historical data and the real-time streaming data, but you also want to collect any metadata from these assets as well. So that way you can leverage that as well as any events in your analysis going forward. And so now that you have all that data, you really want to make sure that that data gets accessed into one central industrial data hub. And that hub can then provide the data plus any additional information such as the metadata in the hierarchy or any events to other systems to then create business value for your company. So some of those examples are listed over there. So operational analytics and reporting, any machine learning or anomaly detection, events and alarms. And really you're using all of this data to create models or to create reports for the purpose of business value. So anything that could lower operations, lower energy costs, increase visibility into sustainability so you can reach your ESG targets, and then also increase your return on assets. So a lot of this data has a lot of valuable purpose if it's used in the right way and used for the right use cases. And Fusion is doing exactly that, taking all of those data from all of those things, acquiring it from all of those different locations, and then creating that industrial analytics data hub for others to use that data for any analytics that they want to do and create business value at the end of the day. So if you want to learn more information, please visit our website, www.uptakefusion.com, and please join us in the next video in this series. Thank you.